שיר למעלה ססר אינה אלה ההורי מעין יובי עזרי. עזרי ממדנו יסש, ובו צלית למד רגלך על יונו שמרך. הנה לא יונו בלי איש, הנשמי ישראל. אדוני שמרך, אדוני צילך על יד ימינך, יום השמש לא יקקו, ויורח בלילה, אדוני ישמעך מכל רוי ישמע נפשך, אדוני ישמע ציץ חביך מהטוב וידו לו. Tzedakah. And now for Erev Shabbos, Torah, but a very special one. What do I mean by special one? Because today is a special date. 31 years ago, to the day, last night, the Rebbe came back from the Ohel, and as he would often recite a sikha, a talk, and this time he suddenly got into a message which was shattering. Total transformational message in terms of our responsibilities. Let me explain. The Rebbe said that we're living in a moment of being at the threshold of redemption. And yet it hasn't happened. It was the year of miracle, Teishtas Nisim, Neishtas Neflois Hareno, Neflois Bakoil. Time of transformation, the whole world is being transformed, and all this is the process of coming of Mashiach. And yet, the finale hasn't happened, says the Rebbe. And the Rebbe said those words, I have done all I can. It is for you now to make sure that it comes to its completion. And the Rebbe expressed those words, Tut alles was ihr kennt. Do all you can. And make sure that we're getting into the redemption. And the Rebbe says, I give it over to each one of you. Each and every one of you are now becoming my emissaries to accomplish the purpose of creation of the world, which is the coming of Mashiach, the world of redemption. It is for you to do it. There's nothing more for me to do. Now we all understand that this doesn't mean that it's something that we can do that the Rebbe cannot do, because that's obviously completely illogical. But what the Rebbe says, there's something that behooves us to do, that is our task. And as the Rebbe said, this is to welcome him. To want Mashiach, he cannot want him for us. We have to want him ourselves. And that's why the Rebbe used those words continuously, lekabel pnei Mashiach tzidkenu, that we have to welcome Mashiach. In other words, welcoming is something or someone that is already here, but we have to allow him to enter into our lives. If I want to welcome a friend, if I want to welcome a parent, means that my friend is behind the door. My parent is behind the door. Bobby and Zadie are behind the door. I just have to open the door and let him come in. Mashiach is here. The redemption is here. As the Rebbe says, we see already the rays of Mashiach. We see the events happening in the world. All these are of Mashiach's doing. All this is the process of it. But we need to allow him to enter into our reality. We have to allow it to affect our lives. We have to start living with a vision of Mashiach. That it shouldn't be some kind of an aloof concept. It shouldn't be some kind of a distant hope. It shouldn't be something of some eventuality. No, it has to be here, now, real, and within me, affecting my life, meaning affecting my priorities, affecting my purpose, affecting my goals and quests in life, affecting my day-to-day living. Do I sleep like a Mashiach Jew? Do I eat like a Mashiach Jew? Do I daven like a Mashiach Jew? Do I love the other Jew like a Mashiach Jew? In other words, every aspect of my life, the daily, the godly, the mundane, and the divine, all of them have to be permeated with the reality that Hin is Ebo. That any given second I hear the knock at the door, or the sound of the shofar. Here I am. And at that moment we shouldn't say, oh, one moment. But at that moment we should have to say, finally. So this is what the Rebbe entrusted us. And this is what the Rebbe empowered us. 31 years ago. It's a long time. But this time should not, God forbid, weaken our resolve. To the contrary, it has to strengthen our resolve. It has to strengthen our commitment. And as the Rebbe said, part of this process, part of giving Mashiach the opportunity and the strength for him to fulfill his shlichus is by us proclaiming Yechia Melech. Long live the king. Because by us accepting, by us proclaiming, this gives him the opportunity to reveal himself. So let us proclaim Yechia Melech, long live the king. And this Shabbos we will celebrate with the King Mashiach in the Beis HaMikdash.